Welcome back, guys. We're playing Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. We're using mods, Eagle Rising, Roman era mods, a European map mod, a realistic battle mod which improves the AI and some other stuff like tournaments, and Banner Kings, which adds a lot of features to the game like culture conversion and stuff. We recently failed a siege, which we were forced to do because of bugs in the campaign. We forced to do it because of an omen. We got captured. We just waited out a ransom and we found an opportunity to escape. So when you escape in these conditions, you have a few different options. I can give you a bit more background as well to what's going on here. Northern Romans has split off from the rest of their empire and pushed way up in Germania, and we have made it our first life's goal to push them back down, or just eliminate them as a faction completely. The other Scandinavian nobles here, they have done nothing about it. We are more of an independent Berserker clans. We don't have a noble status or anything, so we were like roaming the lands, picking up mercenary contracts to have whoever is fighting the Northern Romans. And right now it's only the Southern Empire. You can see that here. And we are mercenary contract with them. That's why we can see their kingdom tab here. What you can do when you get an escape chance, since we're only mercenaries, we could just leave the contract for the time being and rebuild, and that's the smartest thing to do here. I'm not kidding you. And the other option we have is moving around semi-damaged, movement speed, a bit of a movement speed penalty, but if we go close to this town now, they can actually spot us, so they can just jump out and get us again. As you can see by these, there seems to be some parties here. So the safest way to go about this, in order not to get captured again, is just clicking the kingdom tab and leave the kingdom. We won't take a relations here. The only thing is we're gonna lose our salary. But now we're at peace here again. So what can we do then? We can double check what's going on with the rest of our clan. Some of them are imprisoned here still. These managed to escape, so what you do is that you just summon them. You can see I'm running a companion mod, which removes the cap of the amount of companions you can have. Otherwise it would be like limited 10 or 12, depending on your perks. But we want to create as many berserkers as possible. So we're just gonna summon everyone back. This one is still prisoner, just so we can get our clan moving again. So as soon as we recovered a bit, gather some troops, we're gonna rejoin as mercenaries. These nobles can escape on their own, but I'm also gonna show you a prison break. I think we can do a prison break. There might be some blocks to not being able to do a prison break due to me being too famous. I do have perks which should reduce the chance of me getting spotting, but what I've noticed after sieging this town like 12 times, they recognize me. And I think that's a feature of Banner Kings, so it actually makes sneaking into towns harder the more the people in the town gets to know about you. But we're gonna summon everyone here first. Everyone was just staying at, they managed to escape. And these are still prisoners in this town we're right outside of. So this just sends them messengers to get their asses back to my position. Over 70 companions, that's amazing. They're really good in combat, and it gives you an option to customize the troops a bit more in terms of how they look and how they perform, what weapons they use and so on. And as terms of making video content, it will be a bit tedious, so that's why I'm like chopping up the story a bit, not just continuously streaming. But I wanted to show you this, so I'm just gonna do this real quick and then see if we can do a prison break once we rest it up a little bit. So now we summon everyone which isn't captured, and we're gonna prioritize, of course, to free our wife first. Thing is, we're low health as well. We're not in any conflict here, so I got the autosave on short interval because they had crashes and bugs. Don't wanna lose progression. I can pay a bribe, 10 to the keep. Let's just head to the trader first. We do still have some of the stuff, but nowhere close. We do retain all the money, but the gear we had in our inventory in terms of horses, food, equipment, smithing materials, all of that is gone. So that's the downside of hoarding stuff too much. This one we will sell, this one we will sell. We had a long campaign of looting, so their guest AI is happy recovering some of the loot. We do need to buy food, we said. Let's just buy one of the better qualities to not get overburdened. This will increase our heal rate and our party morale. And once our companion starts gathering up again, we won't be overcumbered. These horses count as carrying capacity, so I won't bother with that. We can keep them for now. This will solve itself out in a little bit. Let's just and then enter the smithy. We're all basically kept out. Let's double check the tavern. No one to recruit there. Just gonna rest up a bit. Let's see if we can. We do have an alley here. I don't know this function. Manage alley troops. This is actually one of our criminal companions. But no, we're not gonna mess around with that now. Let's just. This is Banner King's option. They don't trust us at all. I wouldn't either. They probably still know who I am, but I'm not on a mercenary contract, so I can just blame my employer, I guess, for the things we've done to this town. But they won't hire us to do any chores. Normally you can like service guard or meet the nobility. They're basically just telling us to bugger off. So let's just rest a bit. Someone else escaped, someone else escaped. That's all fine. Yeah, we will pay for any ransom. We're not gonna be stupid about it. I have seen instances where they just execute someone which you refuse to pay ransom for. So we do have maxed that out. Let's just start recovering a bit of our crafting materials. Let's buy all the wood they have, and this is just micromanaging a bit while we rest. We do want to recover some materials here. One-handed sword. Let's just buy up this. Yeah, let's buy that as well. You can see a bit how crafting works. You should pick up crafting. It's a great way to maintain a good economy. And craft an interesting weapon for yourself. We don't have all the parts we need. Let's buy something interesting. We do try to learn more about swords and axes. So then if you smelt them down, you might get a crop of new recipes. We do have money for this, so I'm not that worried. Cash balance is still high. Yeah, this one we want. Just looking for this part. And then we can craft a few. These are great crafting. Research all the 200 recipes, 200 sword recipes. This one is a great option. And you just put everything in rank 4, not to complicate things. And what you do want to look for when you progress down the 200 sword tree is that the hilt and the blade configuration you're using makes it show like this: 100 and 200. Basically a bastard swords. Bastard swords sell for way higher than the normal 200, and the higher the value of the sword, the more XP you're getting, both when you're crafting it and the amount of money, yeah, of course, as I said. So yeah, see, our smithing skill is really high as well. Let's just get a few of these, a few more of those. You will see how much those sell for. Can I get more? Yeah, a few more. We're missing that one now. It's bad, we might have to, yeah, let's just wait a bit. But as you see now, we can sell them for a lot. Way more than recovered what we spent on those swords. Just double checking if we can find something interesting to smelt, but not really. We will just wait for one of our companions to arrive, help us out, and we will continue. Well, we can do these parts just not to waste smithing stamina. Then we just wait a bit longer, wanting to heal up, and I think we should be able to break out our wife once we healed up enough. Are we getting any upgrades on our main? Nope. I think we need to be at least, of course we're gonna accept those ransoms. That's our wife. So maybe we can't break anyone out because everyone is escaping. Let's just have a look at the keep. Go to dungeon. And yeah, we can stage Prisonbreak. Let's just wait and heal ourselves up a bit more so we don't get killed in the process. When you're doing Prisonbreak, you're using your civilian gear, so it's not that high armor normally. I will just accept any ransom. At least when it comes to companions, I will never ransom myself out because that's often comes with a much higher first price. And now people have started trickling into our party, and that means we can double check here if our healer is back. Yes, she is. Quartermaster isn't. Is he back? No, not the right guy. He's got high skill though. Well, now we at least have our healer in, so the healing rate should pick up. Let's just double check. Yeah, this is a good smith. He can help us out. We're making more of these. Let's just do a bit of crafting. Nah, we can do crafting later. I want to show you a Prisonbreak. So let's just skip crafting for now. We're getting offered some sort of vassal pledge. We're not interested in that. We're too independent for being vassal. Well, then they're actually pushing back, these northern guys. But now we're 50% health, and that's enough for me to dare a prison break. So basically, you just go this route in here, and then you can pick one of these. Which one do we want to try and save? I think, well, this one I got good relations with. He's one of our first companions. And after you do a save prison break, you will get a cooldown as well. She doesn't really have a... Yeah, she does have a hammer. We have our civilian gear, so let's go for it. What you also can do is you can tell her to stay put, and then you clear the thing yourself. Because often if they die in a prison break, they permanently die. So what I normally like to do is just tell them to stay put, then go in, clear out all the guards you can find. This one. I'm using a Buster sword in here because my proficiency with two-handed weapons is way better than anything else. Let's kick him. Kick him again. And then just go room by room. I'm a bit lost. I haven't been in this dungeon before. I just want to double check every quarter here so we don't get ambushed when I try to bring her out. This is another dungeon. This is one of ours. Oh, we can't talk to him now. Not in the middle of prison break. Oh, hello. Normally they don't respawn, at least not from what I've experienced. So once you clear the entire dungeon out, which we should have done now. Let's just double check the entrance. I think we came from that direction. Might be someone here. No? Then you should be good to go. Let's see if we can find our way back to our companion down here. So to do this safely, you just tell them to stay put while you clear the stuff out. Because they're not full health either. And they're also just in civilian gear. Okay, right? Yeah. Then you just go here and wait for it. Since we cleared everything, hopefully, fingers crossed. We can just wait here for it to catch up. Enjoy some music, some lighting. There she is. And once she's close enough, you can just exit. And then you get this pop-up. They're not aware what's going on, but we're leaving the settlement. And then once outside, you can tell it to rejoin you. And if we go into yeah, some people are just lingering about. Please take care of the party. If we try and do the same thing again now, going to the keep, going to dungeon, staging a prison break, you get this pop up. So they're on high alert and they don't dare to take in bribes or anything with seeing a prisoner. They don't know it's me who broke someone out, but they don't want to take any chances because they had a prison break. Tons of dead guards in prison. So yeah. So that's Prison Break and how you recover from being captured. Basically you have to rebuild now, slowly but slowly. And it's easier in one way when you have companions, because once they escape you can just summon them. But yeah, that's basically how it works. Shorter video this time. I will get back to you guys with this campaign when something interesting starts rolling again. So right now we're just in recovery mode. These things happens with or without bugs. You will get wiped. Just take your time, recover. Don't rush with a bunch of peasants into a big fight again. That's all for today. We'll stay independent for a bit, and then I get back to you once we're ready to pick up a mercenary contract to start fighting again. See you guys. Thanks for watching.